Hello, Rajniesh. How are you doing today?
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing
I'm
great.
good.
I'm doing great.
I'm good.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So welcome to Bollywood Bubble, and straight away,
Thank you.
your freshly released song "Jai Hind Jai Bharat," it released some time
Yeah.
back. So please
Yeah.
tell us more about the song and how did everyone come together for it, including your friends and the technical people behind it.
So basically, Jai Hind Jai Bharat is a song जो काफी दिनों से Sonu was debating about it. Then Dhruv Dhalla, जो music director है, he was also thinking. We all were thinking to do something for all the frontline warriors, for all the heroes. And हमें लगा कि ये song बहुत अच्छा है. And even though घर में ही shoot करना पड़ता है सबको आजकल. तो जिसको basically Krishna, me, and a few others, Mugdha, there's Prashant. So a lot of people got together and we shot the video. And I think hats off to Sonu for making this happen and Dhruv for making such a good song. So Abhi Ghosh करके जो singer है, he's also sung it beautifully. And this is a complete tribute to all the frontline heroes from our side.
Okay. Cool. Wonderful. And taking ahead from the context of lockdown, when this all started back in March, we were hopeful that now we would just kind of sit down and take a break and contemplate on our actions collectively as a human race. But instead, things have taken a wrong turn, and there have been some disturbing events happening all across the globe, not just in India. So, do you feel that this pandemic has brought the absolute worst in people?
See, I think this pandemic, obviously, something like this has happened only 100 years पहले. तो ये जितनी भी generation अभी है, we've never seen something like this ever. तो आप कह सकते हैं कि बहुत से ऐसे लोग हैं जिनके अंदर से the worst has come out, or the worst things have come out. But also, if we look on the positive side, we'll see that a lot of people have started internally वो अपने आप में घुसे हैं, and they've sort of learned a lot of new things. They've been working on things. They've really improved as human beings. Appreciate आप लोगों को ज़्यादा करते हैं आप. You're more grateful to things given by God. तो आपको लगता है कि हाँ यार ये like अब जो आपके घर में जब काम करने वाले आते हैं या जो आपके BMC के workers हैं या जो भी हैं आप उनको you are more grateful. You feel कि हाँ यार these we should be even more humble. So I think it's a mix of what we've seen in people. But yes, of course, if you look at on the other side what happened in LA or what happened in US. All these things are not really the best of human nature, best things that anyone human could do. So definitely you've seen a lot of unity also where people have come together and stood against that. So I would say that आपको दिखता है लेकिन इस टाइम पे unity भी ये नहीं कह सकते कि एक साथ सब खड़े होके करें because social distancing भी जरूरी है. So it's kind of an irony. But then it also shows how people, if they want and if they come together, then they can face anything.
Truly, absolutely. And you spoke about people learning new skills and becoming more grateful, better human beings. So have you been pursuing any new art form or any new skill or new hobby during this lockdown?
I was always sort of intrigued, or I've always wanted to learn cooking. And अब तक इससे पहले तक मैं सिर्फ चाय और मैगी और ये सब बना सकता था. But during this lockdown, once I got in and once I got down to cooking, I've learned a lot of things. So now I can make like rajma chawal, I can make pasta, I can actually make khao soy, those proper spaghetti, aglio olio. So a lot of things that I can make, and I'm very happy about it. कि ये एक चीज है जो मैंने सीखी है. Plus along with that, I've worked on a couple of languages. Luckily I got the time because ये कुछ ऐसी चीजें थी जो मैं करना चाहता था. And so I've worked a lot on my Avdhi जो भाषा होती है वो. And then Punjabi, because I am a Punjabi, but I can understand it fully, but वो बोलने में थोड़ी problem. मतलब like you're not that fluent with it. तो ये पंजाबी पे थोड़ा काम किया. And besides that, I would say gardening. Gardening is something I have loved always as a kid also. तो इस टाइम पे मुझे थोड़ा टाइम मिल गया और मेरे बालकनी में जो जितने भी प्लांट्स हैं उनको बहुत सारा प्यार मिला है. And now I can they're greener now. They have it's a better plant wali balcony now. So I'm happy.
Okay, that's great. And you spoke about cooking. So cooking is one art form. I would like to call it an art form. irrespective of whoever practices it. It's one art form that not just feeds your stomach, it also feeds your it also feeds your soul. So how do you look at cooking in that aspect?
See, I think it's something which requires a lot of patience. It's very, as you said, for the soul. So it's great for the soul because I think it gives you that time apne aap mein. You're cooking, you're making something, you just. So I usually play music and then I cook.
Okay.
So which is even better. I think music is another thing that feeds your soul. So this is together with cooking or aapki painting. These things I think are extremely great when it comes to calming your mind, or I think feeding better things into your mind. So it's really, for me, it's been great.
Okay. And talking about this whole pandemic thing, what changes do you see once all this ends? I mean, is gonna life change according to you completely 180 degrees, or like how's it gonna be?
Yeah. See, life has already changed here. Life, I think this is the new normal. You have to get out with masks on. You have to sort of up to shooting भी already बातें यही हो रही हैं कि limited staff होगा, limited आपके crew members limited होंगे, and people are trying कि limited locations के अंदर shoot कर लें. At least till this year, till 2020, and that's how it's going to be. So that's how we all have to be ready for the new normal. And I think वो चीजें तो हैं ही हैं. And उसके अलावा I would say कि a lot of writers would get a good chance to write stuff that is only based in one location or two locations.
Yeah.
Limited space के अंदर आपकी पूरी कहानी कहने का मौका मिलता है, which makes it, which puts the budget lower.
Yeah.
So hence जो जल्दी shoot हो सकता है, but एक दायरे में रहते हुए. So I think ये चीजें तो definitely होंगी. Theaters के लिए, yes, I would say that a lot of this is a big loss, big like setback for theaters and movie goers like us, all of us. We are actors जो film में करते हैं. तो एक चीज होती है, obviously on the other side आपको OTT platforms मिलते हैं जहाँ पे आप काम कर रहे हैं and जहाँ पे आपकी फिल्में आगे रिलीज होंगी, but साथ ही साथ थिएटर की बात ही अलग होती है
जी.
So that is also one space which I think we'll miss, or the audience will miss for the time being. And hopefully जल्दी से जल्दी जैसे अभी सूर्यवंशी has been announced on Diwali. So we are hoping that from Diwali onwards एक upswing होगा where slowly and gradually every movie and slowly every film can be seen in theaters also.
Okay. And since you spoke about writers, they being at the forefront in today's time because of the lockdown and getting to tell the stories in a very limited location. There's also a downside to it, the way I see it, because since the writers are working more as compared to the production people, do you see a backlog or a clog in the pipeline when it comes to stories or films? Is there an impending clog?
Backlog से आप what do you mean by that?
I mean, like too many stories clogging the pipeline. Do you see that happening as a result of lockdown?
Of course. See, that obviously is happening because already सबके banks बन गए. सबकी stories creatively जो content create हुआ है, सबने 10, 12, 15 contents create कर लिए हैं.
Yeah.
And it automatically it has to be clogging in. Even when platforms see it, or when you send it to them also, I'm sure the writers or the production houses, when they're sending it, there's too much stuff that they're getting, and I think usko bhi filter karna is up to the platforms, it's up to the producers, and even the writers I think need to send the best of their stuff and not everything, because हर चीज को आप और तराश सकते हैं और better कर सकते हैं. And once I think eventually सबको चाहिए. Every OTT platform also needs they need content.
Yeah.
So if not into a Netflix, it will go to Amazon. If not into an Amazon, it will go to like XYZ everywhere. So अब तो platform भी touchwood इतने अच्छे हैं और इतने ज़्यादा हैं with a great bandwidth.
Yeah.
So automatically it will go to MX or Z. I'm not sure if I can name it right now, but yeah, it will go to all these platforms.
Okay.
तो वो क्लॉगिंग थोड़े टाइम के लिए है, लेकिन एक बार खुली तो फिर वो जाएगी हर जगह.
Okay. And if we talk about the whole Sushant incident, the way it's turning out, it seems like people are now using it to their own benefits. I mean, for their vested interests and all. So, like, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, see, I personally knew Sushant only this much, that I've met him a couple of times, and he came across as a great guy. Very hardworking, very humble. So from my experience, I don't think ऐसा step क्यों लिया होगा उन्होंने. But yes, I agree with you कि a lot of people are using it the other way. See, किस लाइन में आप समझिए कि अगर किसी भी फादर या किसी भी दादा या किसी भी की अपनी एक फुटहोल्ड होगा किसी इंडस्ट्री में, तो anyone would want that their son or their daughter or their उनका भतीजा उनकी भतीजी वो आए पहले, या उसको एक चांस दें, एंड उसके बाद उनके टैलेंट के ऊपर होता है. सो ये तो आई थिंक सो taking it towards nepotism is not the right thing. I think that we were very well aware when we were entering, and कि ये सब होता ही है. तो आई थिंक हर एक को चांस मिलता है. उसके बाद आपके ऊपर होता है ना, आपकी विल के ऊपर होता है, फिर उसके ऊपर उसके साथ में आपके अपने आई वुड से टैलेंट के ऊपर होता है. And talent-wise, if you talk, there's nothing that Sushant didn't have. Right? He was super talented.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was the case in his case. I think let obviously his soul rest in peace right now. But वो जो भी है वो CBI obviously कर रहा है.
जी.
But yes, a lot of people have taken it too much. मतलब उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा कर दिया इसको. And it's getting dirtier by the day. Yeah.
Okay. And did you have your own share of facing nepotism or favoritism in the industry?
See, of course, मतलब आप जब होते हैं इंडस्ट्री से बाहर से, मतलब मेरा भी दूर दूर तक ऐसा कोई नहीं है जो इंडस्ट्री के अंदर का हो. लेकिन कल को मैं ये देखता हूँ, मैं ये मानता हूँ कि it is obviously your journey and it is your own book that you're writing. तो उन किताबों में ups and downs तो होंगे ही. तो जब भी आपको कहीं पे फेवरिज्म दिखता है, किसी और का कॉल आता है किसी और के लिए, तो those are parts of life. I would say that कल को if I have a daughter right now, a very small daughter, and कल को if I'm set as an actor or a producer and a director, and my daughter wants to do something in this line, obviously बात है कि मैं भी उनको एक मतलब I'll make sure that she gets the right chance.
Yes.
And so तब क्या I would be part of nepotism also. And so this is I think जो भी यहाँ पहुंचे हैं, जो भी ये कर रहे हैं, उन्होंने या उनके फादर्स ने, उनके फोरफादर्स ने, they've worked hard enough to reach this position. So उनका पूरा हक है कि वो करें. Obviously किसी और को दबाए नहीं, लेकिन एक हल्का फेवरिज्म तो होगा ही होगा.
जी.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the earlier times there used to be a parallel cinema or the middle of the road cinema, wherein talent was given the utmost importance. In current times, especially when the foreign studios entering the Hindi film industry and all, so a lot of indie filmmakers or the parallel filmmakers, as they're called, they're also going ahead with big ensemble star cast. So do you see the lines between commercial cinema and the parallel cinema blurring solely because of the market forces and the power dynamics in the industry?
See, I think of course the line has blurred now fully. I think a great touchy subject also can be a commercial form of cinema, which has been, you've been seeing it over the last 2-3 years also. And वो धीरे-धीरे वो line पूरी blur हो गई है because the audience have become smarter. They're much more intelligent. एक सिर्फ मसाला फिल्म देखने की जगह आपको पता होता है कि इंटेलिजेंट सिनेमा और जो आप पैरेलल सिनेमा बोल रहे हैं, तो it is no more parallel. I think it's the same road now, and it's completely on the way you present it, cast it, and वो कहाँ तक पहुँचती है, कहाँ पे releases होते हैं, and so it comes back to that entire end में. Yes, it comes to the power game because it comes to how big is it released, what is the how many screens is it showing on, and so hence I think a lot of people are also taking the OTT way because they feel that उसमें कोई किसी को रोक नहीं सकता है.
Yeah.
Like you're not stopped by anyone कि इस theater में नहीं है, या फिर इस particular state में कम shows हैं और एक particular state में ज़्यादा हैं. So OTT is something which is available for everyone, and anywhere in the world you can see it.
Okay.
So I think it's great that it's getting blurred and it's sort of becoming one line.
Okay. And do you see OTT emerging as a game changer once the pandemic ends or once the lockdown ends? Do you feel that OTT
See,
is
I
going
think
to give?
yeah.
I'm sorry. Please continue.
No. Just complete the question.
So I was saying, do you see OTT, pushing the theaters on a back seat when everything settles down and things get back to normal?
See, आप जितने भी platforms देख लें, if you check any one or all of them, some of them have amazing content. OTT obviously is already a game changer. जिस टाइम पे जब पहले एक टाइम पे टीवी आया था तो टीवी जब पहले सिर्फ फिल्म्स होती थी and then TV came. So television became a parallel form of entertainment, a very big game changer. So similarly, OTT has also become a very big game changer already. मतलब it's not कि अभी हो रहा है, but yes, इस pandemic के time पे ये हुआ है कि आपको घर पे रह के आदत पड़ गई है 3-4 महीने सिर्फ OTTs पे सामान देखने की या फिर टीवी पे. तो अब ये आदत छूटेगी कैसे? So now this is a big thing. So this is where now this is I think definitely going to be a big task for theater.
Obviously think that OTT की अब आदत तो पड़ गई है सबको, and it is definitely the next game changer. It's going to be like अभी तो shoot करना tough है आजकल till about September, October, and once things will open up, there's so much of content or so much stuff that is ready to be shot. So एक पूरी भीड़ लग जाएगी shoot करने के लिए, and it's going to be a great time. It's just that these are testing times for the industry. I think after a few months, it's going to be great times because people want to see more stuff on OTTs, on television, and theaters में भी आएंगे. तो obviously बात है कि 2020 के end तक और 2021 से it'll be a great time.
Okay. And lastly, when everything was shut down, there was art that came to people's rescue. Even your song, if you look at it in a way, artists do come together to serve the larger perspective, to the humanity. So how do you see the art and the artists, in the context of human civilization?
See, I think obviously एक art जो होती है, कोई भी art हो, चाहे वो cooking हो या acting हो, painting हो, music हो, all these things are done by passion. So these are bound to be passionate people, people who are sensitive, people with only they can become artists. But on the other side, I would also say that what I've seen in the last 3-4 months, last 100 days, जो pandemic के हमने देखे हैं India में and world over, if you see the actual heroes have turned out to be the frontline warriors. मतलब ये जो nurses हैं, doctors हैं, BMC workers हो गए हमारे, जितने भी government के लोग जो काम कर रहे हैं, police वाले, all these people are the actual heroes. हम लोग तो सिर्फ actors हैं. So I think as a thing, we should. Someone had written also, I think, we should not be called heroes. We should now be called actors. And the heroes are the people who have stood there in front. Army, police, aapki doctors, nurses. These are the real heroes. And I feel that अपनी तरफ से जितना हम कर सके उतना हमने किया, लेकिन I wish that we could have done more. Or we can still continue to do more. And being a responsible citizen, the only thing we can do is maintain social distance, wear a mask in public, and जितने भी norms हैं, जितनी भी चीजें हैं, वो follow करें, so that और chaos ना हो.
Okay, cool. On that note, thank you so much, Rajniesh, for talking to us. Thank you so much for coming on to Bollywood Bubble, and I wish you all the best for your recently released song, Jai Hind Jai Bharat.
Yeah. Thank you, Akshay. Thanks
a lot. Have a good day. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye.